Year to year. This is call it a second take, yeah, because I actually did a recording literally a moment ago, and for some reason it disappeared. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can retrace everything I talked about and do it in a much more interesting manner. I wanted to talk about two things, maybe a part A and a part B. But the primary thing was selling something that you don't ingest. Okay, let me change that again. I think I have to really think very carefully about how to word this. Selling something that you don't consume, that you cannot consume. So somebody goes and they sell you an orange, and they tell you that the orange has XYZ health benefits, and that you should consume this orange because it's really good for you, and it will do this and that for your body, and that these are the results that you would see if you consume the orange. But they don't consume the orange. They're telling you that if you consume the orange, you would be successful. But they have not, at any point in time, consumed the orange and had that result. Deception, in my opinion, it doesn't have to necessarily be something blatant. Any lie is actually deception, and that itself is deception as well. People want to sell you pipe dreams, tune into my webinar, tune into my seminar, and learn how to be financially independent and blah blah blah. And these people don't have, they're having financial crises. I mean, what are you selling? What are you selling to me? What are you trying to sell to me? You send me all this information about be financially independent. You want to teach me to be financially independent, and you're financially dependent. I mean, why are you doing that? What's the point? Same things with, legendary pastors who teach you, who talk about success and X, Y, and Z, and they just leech off you, and this is a very chronic thing. It's a very dangerous thing, because it's the same. There's an old saying with regards to money: spend less than you earn. If you spend less than you earn, you would have. I mean, I've been bankrupt twice, so I know about recklessness when it comes to money. I know about the effects of being reckless with money and what it would do. I've been in abject poverty, living on less than $1 a day for years. And I've been in situations where, as an IT consultant back in 1999, I used to earn as close to about £10,000 a month. 99, 2000. I started my own consultancy in 99. So I've been comfortable, and I've been, after that, in a position of despair, especially when I lost quite a lot of what I had made through fast living. I've learned the value of honesty when you're doing transactions. You might not be as successful, but at least you feel peace. There's a sense of fulfillment when you finish your activity, when you finish your transaction, when you know that everything that you have done lives up to a particular standard, it lives up to that moral guideline and the integrity that you actually claim to have. If somebody overpays you, you return the balance. There's no point in selling people fictitious ideals, selling people pipe dreams, because you're raising their hopes. with the wrong tools. And that's dangerous. The long-term effect can be a heightened amount of insecurity in the people who try your technique and don't succeed, because you're giving them a false dichotomy. You're giving them a false narrative. You're saying to them, do this and you'll be successful. I have the tools to make you successful. Do this and you'll be successful. When you haven't administered those tools in your own life and you haven't seen the success, you're not speaking based on experience. Because anybody who's successful in any venture, what they do is they always tell you, this is what I did to get what I got. I'm not saying that it will work the same way to you, but if you use some of what I did, maybe that might in some way generate results that are similar, and you can build on that. They don't give you generic information, oh, go and do this or do that and come and, we have to get out of that headspace. If we want this world to change, we have to actually start changing the way we interface, interact, and institute our ideologies into the world. We can't carry on the way we're carrying on, especially us black folks. We keep deceiving each other. It's just wrong. In a world that has clearly earmarked us as the one quote unquote race to discriminate heavily against, we show very little love for ourselves in all that we do. Rather than do that, why not try and empower people and show them your own vulnerabilities, your own weaknesses, and how you were able to overcome those weaknesses, how you were able to build tolerance and strength, courage, how you were able to overcome situations and that actually permeated results, brought forth a result that you could measure, that you could see, something that you could actually tangibly see. I moved this from here to here, and this is what I got, and these are the results that I got. And if you move yours from here to here, I don't know what results you will get because I'm not with you. I'm not going to physically move it with you, but these are the ways that I use to move this from here to here. Every morning I woke up and I spent 1 hour meditating, clearing my head. Before I brushed my teeth, I did a couple of push-ups, to build up my strength. Those little, what's the word again? The nuances, those activities. Maybe those activities actually helped, to build up your stamina, to build up your tenacity, build up the courage that you needed in order to chase after this venture. Go into those details, the things that you did, the things that you do in order to sustain, in order to maintain, in order to develop. Go into those things. Rather than just tell people, hey, come, regurgitate stuff from a book and you're going to be financially successful, come for 10 lectures, pay X, Y, and Z. That's a dangerous precedent, especially if you haven't accomplished what you claim to want to sell to others. That's a very dangerous precedent. I don't encourage that at all. If you want to sell something, sell what you believe in, what you have experienced. Sell what you know would be good for them because it has been good for you. That's the best way to be. All right, I'm going to actually end there. I can expand on that probably another time because I'm in the office and I just wanted to say something real quick. Now, second thing I wanted to talk about was about surviving the now, the new normal, the craziness that we're experiencing. There are 3 things that I recommend. People who are close to me have actually said this. I recommend people do. And the first thing is, if you have a lot of savings in the bank at this point in time, I would strongly advise that you take a large percentage of those savings out and invest it into something that is tangible, something that is physical, something that is interchangeable. You can exchange it back for whatever future currency is coming because they are going to reset everything. They're going to change the currency. That's inevitable. The economic system, the paradigm we're in now, it can't last. So they're going to do it systematically, and a lot of people are going to be hit very heavy if you are unprepared. So the only way you can go is to actually transfer your currency into something that is tangible. So when that new currency is, you have to look at in terms of value, not just price. Then you can actually substitute that for the new currency and have the equivalent. I save in precious metals. I've always done that. I've done that for the last 10 years, I think, 10 or 11 years. I save in precious metals. I buy precious metals. I keep it in an external vault, so I don't have access to it. But I save in precious metals, and I save in physical precious metals. I do have ETF shares, but I bulk of my savings go into precious metals, and I've always encouraged many people that I know. I've always spoken about it very vividly, very candidly. I've always told people, look, buy gold, buy silver. That's what I do. Number two, so that's one and two actually combine. Transfer your wealth to something that is physically tangible. Buy land, buy a machine, buy something that you can actually convert to cash. Don't actually believe in this hoarding of currency. It doesn't work. It's actually going to be obsolete. The world is going very digital. It's inevitable we're going to actually move into some form of cryptocurrency very soon. It's inevitable. Regardless of how much it is stalled, it is the future. And also with regards to food, this is a very, very uncertain time, and it's going to become even more uncertain, especially in the next couple of months to come. We don't know if there's going to be a war. We don't know what's going to happen. The US elections, the situation, the coronavirus, everything is... It might look like we're in a recovery stage, which we probably are, but I don't know. And I've always been a cautious person. I tend to... That's after I learned my lessons, that is. I tend to really stay on the verge of caution, and sometimes people say it's cowardice. Well, that's up to you. I don't care. What I'm after is when you go shopping, get something extra. Buy the things that you know you need, that you know you can preserve for a long period of time, and keep that. Rice, stuff like that. Buy extra ones. If you can go out and do bulk shopping, do your bulk shopping. If you can buy every time you get your groceries, get something extra, and do that until you build up a substantial stock that can last 1 to 2 months in case you can't leave your house. It's necessary to think like this right now till this period passes. I'm in the hospitality industry, and I don't see this recovering till 2022. With the way we're looking at things. And so we just have to hang in there. But I pray things change soon for the better, and that the good will be triumphant over the resident evil, and we would be able to move forward to a better reality, to a better world, to a better being as humans. Better way of treating each other, better way of interacting, better way of doing business, better way of doing everything. So everything will be based on constructive honesty, and everything would have very good, moral guidelines. I want a world where we do everything we do is actually based on mutual benefit, not an individual benefit and the suppression of the other one, which are parts of what racism represents as well. So this is just a short, quick vid. Someone's knocking on the door already, so I have to go. Stay safe, stay healthy, look after each other, and look after this, because all the wars in the world are fought for what's between both your ears. I heard that from one of our legendary African prophets. I call him a prophet because of what he says. I've forgotten his name, but when I remember, I'll put it in the show notes. So just a quick one. I might do a little bit more of these because I have this channel, and I write normally, and this is something that is not, the transition hasn't been that easy for me to actually do these vids. I've done a few, but I'll probably do more, and feel free to comment, subscribe, like. I'll post this on all my social media platforms. Have a nice day. Much love.